Welcome to Tea Time, an entertainment news program. It's the afternoon edition, and I'm Tokumbo Tyro. Here with me in the studio is my co-anchor, Ife Oshinke. What's up, Ife?
What's up, Tokumbo? What's good?
You know, I was saying earlier that the morning edition that we had quite some interesting conversations.
Comments, and then
yes.
I got some comments, some feedback, and people were talking about you repeating your boxers. And
me repeating my what?
your boxers. So people actually asked me, and I told them that you didn't get questions directed at you.
No, I didn't. On the contrary, what I heard was that you were the one repeating boxers.
Okay, then maybe they got it twisted. I don't think people...
I think they got it twisted. Maybe we should move on to our first story. So recently, we brought you scoop regarding the social media battle with Waje and her PA, where she claimed she hadn't been paid. The latest story is that she has paid off her embattled PA after public outburst. Do you think Waje got advice, or do you think she was showing remorse after this, that she was beginning to feel guilty, or do you think people finally spoke to her that before your name gets rubbed in the mud, pay her off quickly?
Yeah, if I was Waje's friend, that's the kind of advice I would give to her.
What I'm saying is, do you think she actually got advice, or do you think she had second thoughts?
Either she had second thoughts. Okay. If I was Waje, I don't even need anyone to advise me. I'll just pay her off and just let her go. So I believe she thought about it and she was like, oh, so this girl wants to drag my name in the mud. And we don't even know how much it is. How much do you think personal assistants get paid? I'm sure it has to be some feed money. I
don't know. Regardless, money is money, and it's a salary at the end of the day. And for students, it will still go a long way.
True that.
So no matter how small and no matter how large, it will still come in handy to the PA.
True that. Yeah. But I just believe she just wanted her to just go away. Like, I don't need my name being dragged in the mud because of your little... what's it called? Little outburst or controversy with me. Like, no, just let us end it there. Take your money and let us move on.
Let's part ways. Yeah. Do you think now, because like she has said, she had like 4 PAs, and with this recent incident and the outburst and everything, do you think people will be willing to work for her?
Well, she said from now on she's going to be dealing with just professional agencies. Like, if she needs another personal secretary, personal assistant, she would just go to an agency that gets people personal assistants. So there are agencies like that, like they get you drivers, they get you, so she said she's going to be dealing with them strictly. So I think that would be better for her.
Exactly, I think that will help her, because I think
than somebody saying, my cousin just finished school, can she come and work for you? You know,
and then like Waje was saying, that some of these girls, have the wrong end of the stick, in the sense that they think it's a glamorous kind of job. Meanwhile, you're there to do a job and assist her in her own daily activities.
I said the other day, like the day we were discussing this story, like some of these people think, because they're working for Waje, they just want to even brag about it. Like, where do you work? I'm working with Waje. I see them two-faced. I see the money, let's come and eat breakfast now. They're even taking selfie and all those things. Yeah, that's about it for them. But there's a lot of work. There's no job that is easy. No matter what you're doing, everything takes a lot of energy, and you have to put in the work. And I think for someone
like Waje, the way she's, I don't know her work ethics, but from what I can see so far, I think she's one of those people that you've got to earn your position, or you've got to work to earn any kind of closeness whatsoever, or even if you want any kind of extra reward.
Because Waje is not one of those child stars that just came up from she came out as a grown woman. Like, Waje was a grown woman, before so you would know that she has been struggling to get here, and now that she's here, you don't expect her to just be doing that down just like that. No, she won't do that.
I think that's what those kids wanted.
So it's understandable for Waje.
Are you pleased that she actually decided to come out and pay this money? Because she could have decided she wasn't going to pay.
One thing that baffled me, because the girl later took down the post from her Instagram. So if you check her Instagram now, you won't see where she said Waje has finally... And I felt that was actually very, very stupid for her to even come back out to tell us that Waje has paid, because she made it look like it was all about the money. So what happened to all the other stuff? You said she was treating you like a maid. She said she didn't give you money for your treatment. So what you were after all along was the money. That's how she made it seem.
But seriously, if you don't get paid in a month, you would be as upset as this lady is.
Well, if I don't get paid after I come to say I'm going for an exam when I know the rules of, and then the person is like, oh no, I'm still on probation. You get, my employee tells me, or my employer tells me that I am still on probation, then I'll just rather still be on probation and then
get your
come
money
back and get my job and still get my money.
You know, that's what I was saying, that she should have, it was silly of her. She should have
patient.
Exactly. Waited to get your money and then you can then say
because if
goodbyes.
I had not said anything, my probation would elapse one way or another.
Exactly.
So once that is done, I would still have my job. I would get my money, maybe even double of it, because she might calculate my last month and then the present month. So
yeah. All right. We're going to leave it at that. Yes. It's time for a quick break. When we return, we'll be bringing you scoop on Linda Ikeji on Cardi B. Don't go anywhere.
Sounds like you had a good time, sir.
I'm having a good time, having a good time. I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger. I'm gonna go, go, go. There's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky. Yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I'm gonna make a supersonic woman of you. Don't stop me, don't stop me. Such a good time. Just give me a call. Don't stop me now.
With over 500 flights every day, Emirates brings the world together through Dubai. Fly Emirates for a world of good times.
Welcome back. It's tea time on Plus TV Africa, and we're about to bring you our next story, which is this one on Linda Ikeji. Now, the popular blogger is set to receive an honorary doctorate degree from Georgia University. Very, very interesting indeed, because...
I think you should correct yourself, Dr. Linda Ikeji.
Do you know that's exactly what she was saying online? And before even that, because she was saying, they gave her some kind of title in the north, and she was saying they gave her Princess Gimbia something of Chang Arewa, and then she was saying
Pronounce that again.
Sorry?
Wait, how do you do that?
So she was saying that, okay, initially she was saying people should call her Princess because that's the title that the Northerners gave her. And then now that she's gotten this, that people should actually call her Doctor. Yeah. So it should be Princess
a few
Doctor.
months ago, she told them to call her Princess, and now she's asking them to call her Doctor. So yeah, you're right. Princess Doctor Linda Ikeji. Linda
Ikeji, yes. So should we take her seriously? Because this is just an honorary doctor.
Oh yeah, well, it's an honorary doctorate degree, but do you know how many politicians have honorary degrees and then they put it as their title? Do you get? So yeah, I think it's a big deal. The fact that she's even being recognized abroad and she's being like our works are being acknowledged. Exactly. I think that's enough. For
and what were the reasons again for her getting this
for
honorary?
being the most successful blogger and impact in the media industry. In the media industry,
she has done very well.
Yeah,
I think she's setting the pace and paving the way as an example, not just in Nigeria.
She's the most successful blogger in Africa.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So she's paving the way not just in Nigeria, but in Africa as a whole. You know, I think if within the next, I don't know, maybe 5-10 years, she may actually do something worldwide. Who knows if she carries on steadily. She's one of those people that can do something like that eventually. How do you think people are reacting to this? You know, do you think they may sense some kind of pride from princess to doctor? Do you think they may think, oh, she's getting above herself?
Because
or
I think she was just being jovial about it. She was joking, and it wasn't anything for anyone to take serious, because she even ended it with a LOL. So I'm sure she knew exactly what she was saying, and she knew the message she was trying to pass across. Like, look, I'm just messing with you guys. But,
yeah, but my point is that do you think she would take it seriously to the point that it will get to her head in the sense that she'll become proud?
I think if I was that she would become proud.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
or
a
do you think she'll still be
People
as humble?
are wired differently, so I can't answer that question for Linda. So I guess time will tell. We'll just see. Yeah, we'll see if she gets if she lets it. But I think Linda is a very humble person because if she wasn't, with the amount of money she has made from blogging and the name she has made for herself, she shouldn't even be on some level, but she's still there. You know that this is a very modest person. Yeah.
Okay, final thoughts on this before we move on? Or?
Big shout out to Linda and congratulations on your baby. We're waiting. That's why she's in America, by the way.
Exactly.
Yeah, we didn't even tell them what school gave her the honorary degree.
It's the
Trinity University in Georgia. Yeah. So she's in America presently and she's there with her mom. And Dele Momodu hosted her and her mom to a dinner the day they got to America. So I think that was cute as well.
Yes, so it's all happening. It's a good year.
Yeah,
like
it's happening. Well, I'm just wondering what Kemi Olunloyo is saying now. Because
but she has apologized, didn't she?
She has apologized, but she told her it was a fake baby. Now she's in America. You know, her mother even followed her for Umugo.
Oh, Lord Almighty. Yeah. All right, then, moving on. Following the birth of her baby, American rapper Cardi B has been spending some quality time with reality stars, the Kardashians. Very interesting indeed. I don't understand what is going on between like these two. Do you know if they've always known each other or this is new based on her?
Okay, so based on this, I went back and I did some digging, and yes, they've always been friends, but they haven't been like
this close,
yes.
Or, because I was like, I've never really seen anything. This is coming like a surprise to me.
And even she herself, in one of the posts, she was not like, I'm now friends with the rich people.
Exactly, with the rich people. I found that very funny, actually.
You understand? So I was like, okay, so...
But Cardi B is rich herself. I don't understand what she's talking about.
You can't compare her wealth to that of the Kardashians anyway.
Yeah, but can you, regardless, you guys are in the same social circles. You can't now say, I'm hanging out with the rich people when you yourself...
Well, I don't know. I just think there's this thing about the Kardashians in America that everybody just looks up to them like, okay, that's
but they're not the richest people on earth.
Yeah, that's the thing that baffles me the most. But I think within the entertainment industry, because of their influence and their power, people tend to suck up to them a lot.
No, not necessarily, because I know there are people that, you know, don't necessarily agree with them. And remember, Kris Jenner was supposed to be the midwife and I think she didn't really agree.
So maybe this is just like... we're sorry we didn't make it a midwife kind of visit. Maybe.
I think she wouldn't have even bothered. I think this is the Kardashians reaching out to her, and I don't know for what particular reason. Some are of the view that is because both of them were reality stars from the get-go, because you know Cardi B started as well. Exactly. So they're saying because of that, and you know the Kardashians, whenever they want something, I think they push for it and they get it, and I think they just have a natural liking for Cardi B.
But Cardi B is the likable person. She's very funny. And
come on now. She had a feud with Nicki Minaj. What are you talking about?
But that doesn't make her a non-likable person. She's still a very
If she was likable, I think they would not have had that tiff that they had.
Well, the thing with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj is that they're both going for the same sport. So it's natural for there to be elements of competition between them. So that's understandable. So bringing
it back to the Kardashians, like I said, I really don't know what it is, but I think the Kardashians seem to have a liking, a genuine liking. And anyone they like, I think they want to bring into their fold because like she came to their house and apparently, is it Kim that took her around the whole property, you know, gave her a tour of her grounds and everything. And she was saying something like she sold Kris Jenner's towel or something like that.
Napkin. She's going to sell the napkin on
eBay.
Yeah. So, I'm sure a lot of people will be waiting for that. But why would people actually go out to buy Kris Jenner's napkin?
You never know what people come.
I'm telling you.
You know, because like it's eBay, so it's an auction. Before you know it, now it's going to make the headlines if someone is offering a ridiculous amount of money just for Kris Jenner's napkin.
Then they ended up in the closets at the end of the night. So they were just testing out clothes and so I think they had a fun time.
I don't know what sort of relationship they have with someone like Nicki Minaj, because I was going to say that, okay, but I'm sure Nicki Minaj is one of the kind of people they would like to, but I know Nicki Minaj will probably not be giving them the light of day.
Yeah,
or you can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know.
Well, I don't think Nicki Minaj, I don't see the Kardashians and Nicki getting along.
That's what I'm saying.
I think Nicki likes to be on that gangster, manly side way more than. And there's a lot of feminine side to the Kardashians, and Nicki tends to have more of
But Cardi B has that, and they managed it.
But Cardi still has. Come on, Cardi's married. Cardi has a daughter. Cardi has shown.
What are you saying? That Nicki Minaj needs to get married first before?
No, I think Cardi has just shown us that she has a feminine side to her.
But Nicki Minaj has a feminine side to her.
Really?
Yes.
With a lot of fake. How is so sure she's not a man?
Anyway, let me not say anything. I'm going to just let that hang or let that slide, whichever. Okay, so do you want to finalize anything else before we move on?
Did you see that story about Cardi B taking the rap for Offset?
For Offset, yes, she's supporting her husband all the way through.
And then she's about to go and tell the officers that the gun found with Offset belonged to her.
So because she was saying specifically, I read that story, and she was saying specifically that she's going to support her husband all the way through.
Because she feels it was targeted because it's a black man.
Exactly.
And it's rich.
Yeah, we talked about it when Offset, and because I found it strange that just because he missed the lane, you now just clamp down on him. It's just totally bizarre.
It's just funny, and I just think, like, I wish Lakwe was there. Exactly. I always tell she's one of the ride or die girls we always talk about.
All right, still to come on Afternoon Tea Time, some medical drama that involves the cesarean section. That's all coming up when Afternoon Tea Time continues.
There's only one way to enjoy the FIFA World Cup. The Coca-Cola way. Celebrate from Niger to Russia. Just buy a Coke, text the code under the crown to 5453 and you stand a chance to win a free trip to Russia to cheer on our Super Eagles live. So who's up for going to Russia? Coca-Cola, the official sponsor of our Nigerian Super Eagles and the 2018 FIFA World Cup.
Welcome back. It's tea time right here on Plus TV Africa, and we're moving on to our next and final story, which is regarding a woman who sues a hospital for allegedly performing C-section on her without anesthetic. Yes, this is one quite a funny story, one strange story, one weird story. Yeah,
because I'm wondering how doctors or surgeons in America can overlook anesthetic.
No, I think they didn't overlook it. I think they were supposed to call the anesthesian, and apparently before the person came, they couldn't wait.
An anesthesian
or anesthetist.
Is it an anesthetist?
Yes. I can't believe I just said that.
Or something.
Oh no. So it's like before the person came, that the doctor decided, I think, that this was a life or death matter, and before they knew it, they were chopping off her belly and cutting her into two.
She said she could actually say it, and then she
exactly
felt
that she was in so much pain and that she passed out. Exactly.
Yeah. And then her husband said all he could hear. And by the way, her husband is a Nigerian guy.
Yes, I saw Ihe Nacho. That's his name. Paul Ihe Nacho. I was like, okay, this even gets more interesting.
Yeah. And they're suing for about $5 million for.
And then apparently this story actually happened, because I thought it was this year, but it happened last year. But I think it's just this year they decided to file. File for suit. Okay, so if
then they said they tried to do some damage control, giving them a double room so that you can stay in there.
But it wasn't.
Then a $25 gift card.
Can you imagine for all of that pain and stress?
For all of that pain, like don't tell anybody, that kind of thing. So.
It's ridiculous. I think they should fire the doctor that was in charge. I don't know what has happened but no, actually, it's like the reporters tried to get in touch with the hospital and they were not giving.
They're not saying anything.
Exactly, because it would have been interesting to actually hear what they had to say.
Yeah, but it's still a developing story. I'm actually following up on it, so I would see if there's more information.
No, but the thing is, I think because normally the hospital would have been, under normal circumstances, the hospital would have been quick to release a statement. But at the time when this is coming out, they are not saying anything working,
Yeah,
which
because they know
tells me
it's
that they're guilty.
Yeah, they're
Exactly,
guilty.
which tells me that they know that something
But we
is
don't
wrong.
know, you know, sometimes maybe while they were waiting for the person to administer the anesthetic, while they were waiting for all of that, maybe she could have died, or there could have been a complication.
I was thinking about that
Yeah,
as well.
So we don't know the circumstances.
In a roundabout
Yeah.
way, they could have saved her life.
Yeah, they could have saved her life, and then at the same time, she could have died from all of that
Exactly.
pain as well.
Yeah.
So it's a 50-50
It's a two-way
chance.
street.
So let's see how this case goes, because I believe
There's more
they
to
won't
it.
do it without a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been filed in court. So no how.
We'll
The
get the
hospital
verdict.
exactly. The hospital is going to give their own statement at the end of the day. So like you say, it's a developing story. But did you see by any chance reactions, people how they're reacting to this story?
Oh, of course, you should know. Well, I saw a lot of reactions, and you should know that people would not be really happy about this, and then people are like, oh, that's how people gave different stories of how they lost loved ones because they were not administered anesthetic when they were supposed to. And so a lot of people are reacting negatively, and a lot of people are supporting the woman who underwent the surgery.
Yeah, if she does file, if she does win, I know she'll be suing for a lot of money.
$5 million.
Yeah. Alrighty, on that note, we're wrapping up the show right here. Join us tomorrow for new and fresh entertainment stories. Until then, a big thank you to my co-anchor, Ife Oshinkeye, and the entire production team. I am Tokumbo Taiwo saying thanks for watching and have a lovely, lovely evening.